Hello, this is Elisa Casella, and we're going to quickly go over the structure of this course, the video that is announced to you in both your checklist um, and on the page entitled Week 1 Introductory Session. What you're looking at right now is what's on the welcome. It currently says course inactive, but will be active for you on this particular welcoming page. This is where you will need to confirm your email address, and there's a video to support you in doing just that. Once you have completed that, the next step that you want to go to is Week 1 Introductory Session. On this page, what you will find is the information that includes everything that you will need to complete during Week 1. So even though it says Introductory Session, there are, in fact, assignments and discussions that go along with this, so please don't skip this particular important step. This is where I introduce myself to you as your instructor, and I'm giving you a picture so that I actually appear to be a person. You'll notice on the right-hand side, it says submissions required for introductory session. This same format is going to be found on each and every page of this course. So on the right-hand side, you have a snapshot of what is due for this introductory session. You'll also find the video link, the video that I'm producing for you right this second and which you're viewing. Underneath that, content, grading, rubric, and technical resource information. This will be important to you. It supports you in how grading proceeds, what the content is about, and what actual technical resources in terms of software and hardware that you will need. The very first discussion is called Introduce Yourself. You click on this Discuss button, Introduce Yourself, and you will be asked to respond in a discussion forum with information about yourself so that we can get to know you just a little bit. Below that, you'll see pretests. I want to introduce this to you. You're asked to complete 6 pretests. There are 6 content sessions in this course. You're asked to complete all of the pre-tests right now in this first week, and then each post-test at the end of each session of study. So as I scroll down here, you can see there's specific information about assessments, how they'll be graded. If you continue to go down, you'll see all 6 exams that are pre-tests. Up here, it tells you how those will be graded. You will not receive a grade based upon your raw score. You will receive a grade based upon completion or non-completion. So whether you get a 70, 80, 90, or 100% on this assessment, you will receive the same pass grade, and that's explained here in the blue text. The last very important and critical piece that you'll find within this video is the due date checklist. If we click on this, and it will be published this evening, what you will find are 2 different ways to view the assignments and what is due when. One is this first link where you will be sent to a Word document that tells you specifically session by session what you need to view, what you need to do, and the due dates. In addition, below this, for those of you who like to see it in yet another format, what you'll find is a 30-day preview of opening and closing dates. So if you're concerned, is there something open? When does that particular pretest, discussion, assignment open? You can see that on this small screen. You'll also see when it closes. Some folks prefer a more visual calendar perspective, and you can find that up at the top. There's a tab called Calendar. I want to point out 1 or 2 things to you on this particular calendar. Here is January. It might be very small on your screen right at the moment, but when you go into Haiku, you can click on that calendar tab at the top, and this is what you'll find. Here's what is challenging sometimes for folks. You actually need to hover over to find out, for example, on January 19th, these items are not due. This is when they open. So I wish I could make these different colors, green for open, let's say, and red for due, but I'm not allowed to do that within this program. So you'll notice here's pretest 6, and over here is pretest 6, once I click on it. But this is when it opens, and this is when it closes, or when it's due. So if you use this calendar, just make sure you hover over, or you might say, oh my gosh, discussion 1 is due. No, this is when discussion 1 opens. So I wish I could change that for you, but for those of you that prefer a little bit more calendar visual, that is available to you. I've gone back to due date checklist, and I'm going to click on this particular document. When I clicked on that document link, it downloaded. I then went to my download folder, double-clicked on it, and it opened in Word. That's how my particular Mac works. Here's what you're going to find. This will include all of the sessions. The introductory session, here's what you view or read. Here's what you do, and here's when it is due. So you'll notice it starts Monday. The due date is Sunday, January 25th. I only wanted to point something out to you. Here's content session 1. This has to do with astronomy, galaxies, seasons. Here's what you view. Here's what you need to do or finish. This session opens before these materials are due. It doesn't mean that you have to start them then, but we all have different schedules. And someone may have a 3-day weekend that someone else doesn't have. So you can complete these and turn them in any time up to this date. If you're ready to go forward, this session will open just prior to when these are due. This is a general pattern that is followed. As we get towards the end of the course, however, please keep track, because that very last week you'll find things are due slightly differently. Very similarly, but a little bit differently. One thing that's been noted to you is not all sessions are the same length. Some have more assignments, some have fewer assignments. You're going to find that it takes you whatever period of time based upon your background and information, items you are very familiar with and items you're less familiar with. There are a number of ways that you can contact me. We're back to one of the main pages now. If you go to Connect, this tab here, you'll see Inbox. What that means is you can send a message to me through this inbox. I do check this every time I get on Haiku. The second part, though, is I've sent each and every one of you a message using my personal Gmail. You're more than welcome to email me in that way as well. Whichever way is more convenient for you. You will find that in most cases I respond to you very promptly. I try to get on my computer 6 days a week for sure. If something comes up and I'll be away for a couple of days or something, I will always send you an email to let you know ahead of time. So if there's a pause between when I respond, know that it's because I haven't actually gotten to my computer. I hope that helps. There's a discussion question for you based upon this information and what you've read from this particular page that's called Introductory Session. Please make sure you review this information and respond to that prompt regarding the structure of the course. Thank you.